Man, this is lifestyles of the poor and unfucking fortunate. But I tell you what, bitch, we got views.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to
ChadArmesTV.com.
And a very important message before we get started. Just real quick, we wanted to take 1 second just to let everyone know about something. Opportunity. An opportunity has came forth now to where you, as a creator, artist, entertainer of some sort, someone, I don't know, that we should be aware of, has the opportunity to be a part of ChadArmesTV now. Either through a spotlight interview that we feature every week on ChadArmesTV, or a guest here on the IGSSTS podcast. Those opportunities in the past have never been available. And with the content we've been able to bring to y'all over the past year and a half, more opportunities have presented themselves for us continuously. And before it gets out of reach, we want to make sure that the opportunity is there for y'all as well. So if this message has any value to you whatsoever, please take one moment, feel free to contact me or Chad Arms right now. Either DM us on Instagram, or currently our emails are listed right below. With all that being said, hope you enjoy this week's episode, or today's episode rather. Yeah. Show and prove to the dirt. ChadArmesTV.com. Let's go. Yo, real quick, let's take 1 second, Chad, real quick, just to thank one of our sponsors, the GOAT, Mark Gray over at South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
For sure.
Right? Those guys are amazing at what they do. They're expert in any type of HVAC services you could ever want. We're talking like expert design, superior service, quality installation since 1985.
85, dude. 85.
That's almost 40 years.
That's just, dude, that's insane.
I just turned 40. That's a long time. I'm really old. So obviously these guys know what they're doing. You guys need anything like that? Let me show you. These guys right here, they're the guys to call. Y'all see the name, the number, anything you may need, South Nashville Heating and Cooling can get it done.
For sure. And what better time to have them come help you out.
You said it, dude.
It's hotter than two rats making hot, passionate whoopee in a wool sock outside at all times.
That sounds pretty accurate.
You walk outside and you have heat stroke.
That's dead on. I totally agree.
Mark's your go-to guy. If you want it blowing snow biscuits in your crib, you hit up South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
Do them a favor. When you get them on the phone, tell them you heard about them when I got some shit to say to podcast.
For sure.
For what it's worth. But, yeah, one more time, shout out to South Nashville Heating and Cooling, man. Y'all see the name. Y'all see the number, man. Get at them.
Hey, how are ya? Want to know why I smell so good all the time? www.kingdomfragrances.com. My boy Steve. Stop paying retail prices for cologne or perfume. Hit the link in the description. It's my affiliate link. When you set up a new account with kingdomfragrances.com and make your first order, you get 15% off that entire order. He's got some of the best pricing on the internet, and he's got great products, and he gets them to you in a timely manner. Hit up my boy Steve, kingdomfragrances.com, and I promise you, you're going to smell good just like I do, and you're not going to spend near as much as if you go pay retail. ChadArmesTV, giggity.
It's I got some shit to say to podcast, man. We're back like we don't stop, because trust me, we never do. All we do is work. My name is
Fuck you, Squint.
That's right, R.I.P.
Whizzle Fizzle.
Forever and always. And with me as usual, back in the corner,
ChadArmesTV.com.
that's right.
Yep.
And tonight, finally, this episode has been brewing since it feels like episode 2.
Yep.
Like the original 2. This guy has been a part of pretty much, there's not really an artist in the city that don't know this name.
Yeah.
Fun fact. There's plenty of y'all out there. There's plenty of y'all out there that probably never heard of the name. Mm-hmm. But that's okay, because you're not really supposed to know guys like this unless you're really tapped the fuck in.
For sure.
But this guy has been I don't even want to. Who are you?
Yeah, you want
You know what I mean? Because I told him before we started, I said, bro, I don't even know how to. This guy's been a friend of mine for a long time.
Yeah.
Phone call away type shit. He's been in my corner. He's been a long time supporter of me personally as an artist, as with this podcast, with everything I do, every endeavor I've ever challenged.
Yeah.
This guy's been in my corner.
Yeah.
But he's done the same for like Chad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's done the same for, I'd run out of fingers if I started
Howard.
counting. Right?
Yeah.
Like just
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Jay Lawrence is in the building.
Thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks for finally coming.
Yeah.
Man,
You know?
I'm glad to be here. For real,
A busy guy. So, Jay Lawrence, I'm going to give you about 30 to 45 seconds. Matter of fact, take the floor. It's yours.
Yeah.
But I want you to tell these people how they may know you or what you may be known for. Because I don't want to miss nothing.
Yeah.
Put me on the spot. You know I hate talking about myself.
No,
bro.
just it's only 30, 45 seconds, and then me and Chad will dribble us around the court all day.
But before you do that, too, ChadArmesTV. This is the first episode
ChadArmesTV.com.
where we're doing what, Squints?
Oh, dude, y'all check this out. Remember, we
Yeah, that's
warned
why-
y'all about this.
yeah.
Look at my guy.
Yeah.
Jay Lawrence is in the building. See, one's been trying to hide behind the fucking boom right there. You see the boom kind of covers that spot a little bit, and we used to move it around a little bit, and it eliminated that. But now when y'all start hiding,
Boom.
Got it.
yeah, we'll get you back on. But Jay Lawrence is in the building. So, like I said, let's start with Six Square Academy. Okay, owner, operator, founder, co-founder. How's that work? President. Okay.
Academy.
President of Six Square Academy, which is
So Six Square Academy is a nonprofit organization, and what we do is we focus on music and entertainment consulting, but we also go into the mental health of the entertainment business.
Gotcha. Dope. That's
In a nutshell.
gotcha. Okay. And then and that's obviously, like you said, a nonprofit organization and a plottable one.
No, for sure. Man.
Right? That's admirable to say the least.
Yeah.
But like everyday job, what do you do?
So I'm an A&R manager, and if you don't know what A&R is, I know a lot of times we throw the lingo because we're in the industry, but I know y'all got a lot of people that are not in the industry that love this. So an A&R is a person that used to sign and develop the artist. Now, in a nutshell, they're the ones that bring the artist to the table, from the DJ, YouTube, or whatever they find them at, and bring the table to get them in a position to be signed. So,
Stop. Hold on.
but-
So that means that basically if you have even a smidge of talent ever in this city, you've caught these eyes. Like, this guy has been tapped into what we've done in this city for a very long time.
Yeah.
From every angle we've done anything from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I said first, what I would throw out there first is he's just a great friend. Like, Jay Lawrence has been like a
For sure.
stand-up
Day one.
dude in my life for a long amount of time. Like, all through the Rutledge days, in between, probably a little before. Like, that's my guy. And I can't even tell you, Jay, how we first met. Chad, do you know how you met Jay Lawrence?
It had to have been. I mean, it had to have been through the Rutledge for sure. I mean, because that's because me and him talked a lot back then, and it had to have been through Rutledge stuff.
Right.
He was probably up there maybe for UMC or
had to
something.
be, yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Or with B. Howard or something.
Right, and I
Yeah.
want to say that's how it had to have kind of came
Yeah.
know
around,
what?
or how he got involved with us, so to speak.
Yeah.
You probably saw us
I
with
might have
D.
met y'all through, technically, it might have been through Blaze.
Oh, shout out Blaze 314.
Shout out Blaze 314. Love you, Bubba.
Because
Yeah.
I was dealing with him, Kenneth Brown.
Kenneth Brown,
RIP.
RIP,
Rest
Kenneth
in
Brown.
peace.
For
Big
sure.
business.
Yeah, big business.
Oh, man.
Brown Wave.
Yeah, so Brown Wave Entertainment. And so I believe that's how we met. I was sitting there thinking about that, but yeah, definitely somewhere in that.
Real quick, before we move forward, Chad, we should, fun fact, Kansas Rebelman's in the building. Kansas Rebelman
sure.
is literally right off screen over there.
Yeah.
Just to put that out there, I don't want my guy just sitting and lurking in the shadows. He's probably literally, I feel the laser beams. He's like, yeah, damn right. You know what I mean? Shout out Kansas Rebelman. He's in the building. We got to sit down, come with him this evening as well. But I had to get that out there.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it had to be something with Blaze. It had
Yeah,
to,
for sure.
But I know Jace tried to help me in my career at one time.
Mine too.
Chad, you go first.
And that's basically what he was doing. Like, we met through whether it was Blaze or B. Howard, and he was always giving me pointers on things that I didn't know, bro. I still don't know stuff now.
We got a lot of input from Jay during our
sure.
travels too,
No, absolutely.
Oh, man.
because that was me,
Classic.
Chad, Blaze,
Yeah,
and
Classic project, man.
B. Howard.
B. Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Classic.
Amazing, love it. Some of the funnest times of my life, dude.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Fun fact. Love it. Love that shit.
Yeah.
But mine would be when Jay reached out to me to do a project called 615 Live. Remember that? See that like remark he just did? Jay, what was 615 Live?
So Live 615.
Live 615. My
So
bad. It was a long time ago. Time ago.
Yeah, so we had a friend of mine has a cover band, and he had 5 booking agencies, and one of the agencies will call him for a hip hop band with artists, live drums, everything. And I put together a situation what I felt like was the dopest, and Squints was a part of that pack. And the booking agency ended up closing, or something happened with that situation, but had a lot of promise to it. So yeah, dang, I forgot about that,
bro. That was some of the dopest shit ever, because that was the only time in my career as an artist where I had the opportunity to perform with a live band. Because my man Jay is a absolute like beast on the drums.
I've never known this about you.
What?
Me?
I never knew that.
Are you serious?
You never told me that.
What? Yeah, dude. Jay. Okay, so listen, Jay put together the Live 615 thing.
Yeah.
And like the angle of it, like ultimately was for us to get booked for like cruise lines and like, you know, it's like cover bands.
Yeah.
Was that like what year was this?
I remember I was doing all Drake. Jay had me doing Drake. But I was fucking with it. I was so with it.
Oh, okay.
I was on stage doing
it's over.
Yeah.
That's when that record was hot as fuck, right? And I was getting to perform that record word for word as it's recorded with a live fucking
like a
band.
cover song with
and we were shaking it. We were doing rehearsals, all that shit.
Bro.
And it was me, the band, of course. But as far as artists go, it was me. Finesse was involved.
Yep.
Shout out Finesse the boss. Liquid Flows was involved. Shout out Liquid. And my man B Hoodie was there a little bit. That's how I met B Hoodie.
How did I not know
You
this?
had to have known about it, Chad. It's just slipped your mind over the years.
A big time period, but it was a good period. We met a lot of people in that period too. So the keyboard player that we met, he played some records in between. I don't know. You remember Mike Ewan?
Mike Ewan.
You remember Mike Ewan? He played keyboards back then. So he won the beat battle.
Don't make me feel like an asshole, Jay.
No. In a nutshell, he won a beat battle probably 2 or 3 months after we didn't get booked with the agency. And he produced for Marion, MMG during that time.
Yeah.
And he's right here in Nashville. Mike Ewan.
Damn, Chad, if we don't know
and more,
we need to know him.
Yeah.
The name, like when you say it, I see it. Like social media see it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, like a Instagram handle or something.
It was crazy because he was like, "Hey man, I want to play some beats for you in the middle of rehearsal or something like that." And next thing you know, has the deal. He won that big battle, and he actually flew to Atlanta with what's Jermaine Dupri's guy? I can't think of the guy's name, but
that made beats.
Yeah, he produces everything with him right now. But so he flew down there, man, and got in some heavy situations. So that's crazy.
That is crazy, dude. I didn't know that.
I had no idea that's who the keyboard player was.
Brian Michael Cox. So him and Brian Michael Cox worked together for
I know that name very well.
Sure. Yeah, so then from there he ended up stretching out and getting in some dope situations, and so
But it was I can't remember what all songs else I did, but I know my whole little I had like 3 records and they were all Drake. That. But it was so fun. And a super fun fact. Chad, the studio with Rothstein that one has been at. Same building that we used to rehearse at 615 Live. Because I had me and one were FaceTime the other night. He was in the studio and he's like, bro, they even got rehearsal spots. And he stepped out in that hallway and walked to that same rehearsal room we used to be in.
Sound.
And I was like, bro, I know exactly. I said, Metro Center? He said, yeah. I was like, bro, I know exactly where the fuck you in. And I ain't been in that building.
Yeah, Diamond Sound Studios.
Bro, that was so long ago.
This is like 09, 2010, I guess, huh?
Easy.
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah, I mean, I had to have known about it. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
It was but
it was super dope because it was in Metro Center. And at the time, I worked in Metro Center.
Yeah,
I was literally getting off work and going straight to rehearsal, bro, and just shaking it.
I may kind of do remember that now that you mentioned Finesse was part of it, too.
It was fun,
too, bro. Film those rehearsals, man. That would have been a treat.
Do what now?
I wish we had to film the rehearsals.
Fuck yeah,
Man, that would've been a trip.
dude.
Yeah.
But that's where, like I said, that's where I met B Hoodie, and I don't remember why B Hoodie was there that night,
He's everywhere.
but he was there, but that's where me and Hoodie got tight, bro. And I've known Hoodie since then. He's always been the homie. He's pulling up real soon, and yeah, that's going down. I was telling you about that off camera.
Shout out B Hoodie.
Yeah, shout out B Hoodie, man. That's
shout out B
that's the
Hoodie,
homie. We talk often, like via social media, like we just DM each other or comment on each other's shit, just in motivational shit. That's the homie, bro. I fuck with dude real
Checks
tough.
in with everybody.
Absolutely. My homie Blake Remax, I fuck with dude super heavy, and it's just my former roommate. Like me and Amy had a split for a little while, and I had a roommate at the time, and I lived with my man Blake, and he was super good friends with Hoodie, and I ain't seen or really like got to hang out with Hoodie, and God knows when, probably since Live 615, right? And then all of a sudden Hoodie pull up one day. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, dude, I live here. Like, it was crazy. And that kind of got us back interacting more and more often.
For you. Definitely.
So, you know, like we said, Six Square Academy, rather. And then the A&R spot. The A&R spot is landed. Did you mention who? Where?
Yeah, so I'm an A&R manager for Universal and Capitol.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so,
flex.
Yeah, so I manage 10 U.S. A&Rs, and I manage 10 A&Rs in the UK, and both of them deal on the publishing side and the recorded music side.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah,
But-
definitely interesting.
Another thing too that me and you spoke about on the phone too about the counseling side
Yeah.
that you were talking about. I want you to get into that because that's something that artists, especially like myself and even Squints.
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. What are we talking about?
So like, tell them that part because that's the
Yeah,
part
so-
with y'all that I think is
Yeah, so
real.
with Six Square Academy, and I'll kind of give you a little backstory real
Yeah.
quick. Me and my guy Yella
Shout out Yella.
started a Six Square company back 4 or 5 years ago, and one thing we were able to put a lot of artists in front of Atlantic A&Rs, Universal A&Rs, also Empire for distribution, and we were able to get an artist in a few little lanes.
Yeah.
And what happened was, I felt like when we got them through those doors, the music business side of them was lacking, and they didn't really get to experience the whole situation.
Yeah.
You know, but the biggest piece that I learned in that, because when we did Six Square Company, we invited out like 45 artists to the Atlantic building, the Warner Atlantic building, and you know, we was able to speak to a lot of people and get to know them. And so for the next 2 or 3 months, we were having rehearsals, talking one-on-one, trying to work with everybody as much as we could. And the part that I caught that we were dealing with is the mental side of things. Like, not only was the music business wasn't in place because we had a distribution deal through E1 at the time, and when you signed the distribution, you got to sign over those masters.
Yep.
And imagine talking to an artist that's not really in the business like that, and I'm telling you, you got to hand me over the masters.
Yeah.
Of course, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
You know, right out the gate. And so,
Of course, if they're not tapped in, like you said, if they're not tapped into the business side and don't know how to speak, how they're supposed to speak, then this is not going to be an easy conversation, to say the least.
Exactly.
I totally get where you're going with that.
So me and Yellow is going back and forth about these masters, and you know, we're trying to move on to other things, but we noticed the business side was lacking. And also, when I got to know a lot of these artists, I felt like it was a lot of instability that was going on. And so I felt like I wish we had done Six Square Academy first and then did Six Square Company, because at least we can be confident in knowing these artists that are in this program can go forward with whatever we put in front of them with our relationships with Atlantic, Capitol, Universal. And so so with the mental health side, and shout out to my girl Evie DeVoe, she's my certified wellness coach that works with me in the program. And so
and you were trying to get her to come through, right?
Yeah,
I wish you would have now.
We
I didn't know the role was that important.
Yeah, it's definitely. You know, that's really the goal of this, is to I'm real personable with the artist. We actually work out of a building in Berry Hill with Music Unlimited. Shout out to my man Cleveland the Boss. and which is it's on the backside of Clearwater Studios. And so, well, the front side. I'm sorry. And so so that's really the thing. It's really, I felt like one of the biggest reasons a lot of artists hadn't matured in Nashville is because of the mental side, and then the business side also goes into that piece as well. You know, a lot of artists can create records in their sleep, but the business side, and I always talk about it's a 90-10 thing, 90% business and that 10% talent. And so so I've watched a few artists that I've dealt with over the years fail because of when they get behind that curtain and see what goes on in the business. It can mess up a lot of people's mind, bro. And I felt like I need to be the one to personally make sure each one is good as much as, you know, of course they allow me.
Yeah. I get it. I totally get it. And no one is more faulty of the business aspect of it than us.
Well, like
admittedly, like we've told our listeners and watchers repeatedly, like we were so late on that part of it.
That's why, you know, like he just said, 10% talent, 90% business. I may be talented as a some bitch, but that's only 10% of it.
That's the broader picture of the discussion.
If my business is lacking, then that's 90% of lacking compared to 10% of dope. You know what I'm saying? So I get that.
Yeah, and it's you know, I've been speaking over probably 5 or 6 different showcases in the past 3 months, and speaking to a lot of artists, and you know, it's just there. It's a hunger there for it. I just think I've always done it, but I never promoted it. Like if you knew me, like Squints mentioned, you knew me, but I didn't ever promote it because I didn't want the what I call spam. I didn't want the problems with promoting like that.
If you had a question within the industry, that's who you call. That's who I'd call. Like
Absolutely.
1,000,000%. Like, and if I didn't have his number at the time, I'd get it. Like I'd reach out to him on social media. Jay's who I'm calling.
Dude.
Shout out MySpace, man. Shout out MySpace, bro. Hell yeah. We know about MySpace.
Jay Lawrence was
Kansas.
definitely
You know about
top 8.
MySpace? How old were you when they had MySpace? Fucking 12?
My favorite thing was
He said he's 28. He's 28.
Fuck yeah. Shout out Kansas Rebel, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
MySpace is it, boy. We used to look at a lot of shows.
Hey, bro, Joe Rilla had my shit lit.
Shout out Joe Rilla.
Fuck yeah, shout out Joe Rilla.
That's my guy.
Right? But another feat that I can remember, I mean, just to steer us off course a little bit to the more personal side, one thing I remember a lot about Jay Lawrence that I'll never forget, him being a part of, SoCashville.com. SoCashville.com. So if you don't know, SoCashville.com used to be a very aggressive force out here in the Ville. There was never an event, and this was ahead of the curve, guys. This was way before this shit was being done the way it was done. There was in Kansas over here with his learning hat on now.
Oh yeah, man.
There was a social media outlet called SoCashville.com. And every week they'd feature an artist. Every week they'd be at the biggest event. They'd be at TSU Homecoming Deep. You know what I mean? Like cameras everywhere. They covered the Rutledge events. They covered shit at
bowling alley.
The bowling alley shit that Finesse was hosting. Darquan. Where is Darquan?
He was a beast, dog.
Darquan and Sebo. Yeah, man.
Darquan and Sebo. Look, I haven't seen them in years.
Dude was hilarious.
They know,
dog. They sold that site, man.
But both of them two gentlemen know that I fucking love them. Real talk, dude. Them two guys.
When they like Kentucky Bull or originally, I remember maybe Darquan played ball somewhere. Or something.
So
that's what it was. I found out about him.
So I'll give you a quick story about that. So they both of them went to David Lipscomb and they moved here. And their issue was they didn't know where the parties were at. And so Darquan was a graphic designer, and Sebo was like an engine that could talk to anybody.
So good businessman.
So I forgot how I got wind of. Somebody sent me the website, and I literally went to him and said, "Hey man, I can turn this thing up. Whatever y'all got going on."
Jay was out there repping.
This was serious. I was like, "This is what we need to do." And so from there on, I set up a structure. They believed in me, brought me in, and what we did was we set up to where we had 10 videographers, and every week we would send those videographers out because we knew everybody wanted that in the club picture for their social media profiles. And so it just
facts that hey bro, the SoCashville tag shit was fire.
Well, and he's saying that he said 10 videographers. There wasn't that many more than that period videographers, because this was before smartphones, but with the cameras and shit on them like that.
This was
So that was
early, bro.
This was 2010.
You'd walk in the spot, Kansas. You'd walk in the spot, and you knew they were there because they had the real lights on their
with the
cameras.
lights on there. On the Chad Arms TV lighter side, there's a spot where I'm pulling up on Chad Arms TV. I'm got my camera and I'm filming Darkwan, filming me because Finesse is hosting a bowling party back.
Yeah, we were there. We were there with Swift. Swift told us to pull up. Shout out DJ Sir Swift.
Yeah, that was So Casual was definitely a dope time for the city.
So
and,
dope.
man, we was in that access to every party.
Every one of them.
That gave me the window to be anywhere I needed to be to network,
facts,
and build with whoever, new, old people, whatever. And that was a dope time. So Cashville,
bro. I'm
glad
telling
you brought that up, dude. I'm glad you talked about
it. I still got my T-shirt. I still have a So Cashville T-shirt. It's black. I cut the sleeves off of it like a dumbass, but I still have it.
I still see pictures
I will always have
around with the tags on them. Still,
yeah. I had one of the dopest performing shots I ever got, like sent to me or somebody posted of me was from SoCashville.com. They did a shoot for me too.
Yeah,
we got there was the fucking Things Change. They did the Things Change.
Lane did that, didn't he?
Lane did one. Lane did the one where I did my my arm out, but the other one, Darkwan shot that.
Okay.
Facts.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fun Facts. Tons of them, dude.
Yeah, man.
I missed those.
You said they sold the site and cashed out. You said,
yeah, they sold the site and cashed out.
The website was fire.
And all I did was introduce, because since they wasn't from Nashville, all I did was just take them and introduce them to my network and put them through the channels and everything. Just
they did a mixtape too, right?
He had a viral video. I can't remember what it was.
Darkwan did.
Yeah, but it was something like a song.
He was an artist too.
He was an artist. That's how I found him, was through that. And then the So Cashville thing happened because I think he was a ball player, like he said, and then I saw it was some kind of song alongside of that.
Yeah,
it was he was huge on MySpace. I
miss SoCashville.com. Bring it back.
Yeah.
I know, man. I've been trying to tell people to do that for years, but now with this Instagram and stuff,
it's
anybody can post, wherever the parties are and all this. So it might be a space there for it, but I have been trying to get people to do it that are in that space. But yeah,
the parties make it. I don't be out like that no more. I got kids and shit.
Everybody now has.
I got ChadArmesTV.
They have SoCashville.com on their phones. Like they can just pull up their TikTok and go live, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it hits way different now. But
on TikTok, when do you go live? When you hit 1,000?
I think I don't ever go live on TikTok because Lex got banned just for talking about PVC pipe, and they just shut it. They thought he said PCP.
That's what I hear too.
And they just banned him from going live.
Do you be on TikTok, Jay?
Oh yeah.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
You post a lot?
No,
you just be watching. Yeah, that's me, bro. I just.
Bro, we started that clip channel, man. We're closing in on 150,000 followers on that clip.
Oh, dude,
on that TikTok,
dude. Chad is fucking killing it on TikTok, man.
Yeah.
Literally.
Shout out to Jelly because he was the one, and Mel's the one that told me to get the TikTok to make videos because I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And then Jelly was like, bro, change it to where you go from landscape to change the way you do the TikToks. Yeah. And it's been helping, man. So shout out to Mel and Jelly for sure.
Yeah.
So I'll ask this: Who impresses you locally right now?
Oh, there you go. Woo. Who's on the radar, man?
You know what, man? That's the thing about this podcast that I knew that was going to come up. Because you know what?
There's got to be somebody out there that you just continuously have to fucking.
Yeah, so I know. I can speak on that because I'm not an artist.
Of course you can.
For sure.
But you are A&R, and I know every one of these people are probably going to be like, hey, bro, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, but.
So shoot your shot. Go ahead. I'd love to hear it.
Man, who is dope, man?
New, old, current, who do you miss the most? I don't care. Give me some of that Jay Lawrence personal thought, bro. I want to know what you're vibing with.
I think one of the most significant artists in Nashville to me, and I love this guy and been in meetings and tried to link some stuff for him, Wilkes.
Shout out Wilkes. Love that guy. Wilkes, you love me too, bro. Pull up on me.
Wilkes is real.
I know you got some shit to say. I need some clothes too.
Significant to this in Nashville, and I like him, of course. My guy B Howard. I mean, that's
shout out B Howard. Y'all go watch that WTS right now. ChadArmesTV.
That's my guy, man. That guy. I met B Howard. I was working with an artist named Amika.
I remember Amika.
Amika.
Amika was my first artist I ever worked with.
Oh, okay. Fun fact.
So
super fun fact.
we all went to the same barbershop. Shout out to Rodney and Essence. And B. Howard was dating an old flame of mine. And
Shout out B. Howard. Way to go, B. Howard.
shout out Toya, man.
Shout out B. Howard.
Toya's in some of B's videos. So. But anyways, you know, and she introduced me to B, and you know, we kept bumping each other at that barbershop. And he was like, man, bro, you know, putting his arms out. I got you. And I never forget, he took me riding in a little gray Buick or something he had back then, man, and played me the records. And I was just like, golly, this dude, he got something different, got a sound, got a cadence.
I mean, dude, B. Howard's always been an absolute monster.
Yeah, man. I
from the first time we heard him, like,
yeah,
it's undeniable.
Was that rapping as a hobby, B. Howard? Was it that one?
Just a hobby.
It was just a hobby.
Yeah.
It might have been pieces of just a hobby going in when I met him.
Yeah.
And and I was just blown away. And you know, because me and Mika was out here sticking and grinding. At the time, and so I was like, man, it'd be dope to have this other side of it, because B at the time was more like the street side, but clever about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so where Mika was like pure hip hop, most Def type.
Yeah.
And so B. Howard, you got Two Live Bree, Love His
Shout
Energy,
out Bree, bro. That's my guy.
Blazing B3.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, Chad, real quick on Bree. He
What's up,
invited
bro?
us to that show.
October 9th.
Thank you. October 9th. Bree is live somewhere. I don't know. We'll post a flyer. I got it in my DMs. But shout out Bree. He invited us to that show if we want to catch that. I absolutely do. It's just all about our schedule.
I don't know if I'll be in town, but
I'm putting that on the radar now. Shout out Bree.
I'll definitely be there. But yeah, I mean, it's so many of them, man. You're going to get me in trouble.
What about right now, man?
He said Blazing B3.
Yeah,
She's
okay, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Shout out Blazing B3 for sure.
She needs to pull up too.
Yeah, I think I'm in her DMs asking her.
Yeah, I mentioned
I'm not,
it
I
to her
will
about an
be.
interview if she wants to do one.
Yeah, for sure.
Blazing is dope. I mean, there's so many, man. Shout out to all the independents here in Nashville, grinding it,
right,
getting it. You know, I'm trying to get to everybody I can get to teach them this business side of it. But
I think that's awesome, though, man.
Yeah, man.
Like you said, it's like you made the comment, like starting it. Wish you would have did it in a different order.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
that makes so much sense. Like as we sit here at this table, you know what I mean? Like because we've all watched each other's careers. You know what I'm saying? And it's
yeah, man.
And like I said, dude, even outside of the business part of it, like Jay's the homie, man. He's been a friend of mine for a long time, and you've always your opinion's always been valued to me, and I know it has Chad too. I mean, it's the same story.
I appreciate it, bro. Anytime I get some valued opinion in, I try to slide it in, and it's up to whoever hears it in their ears, whether they take it, run with it, or they usually hear it later. That happens 90% of the time. They come back. But I just slide my little knowledge in there when I can.
Do you miss? It seems like what's not available now like it used to be are the shows, the showcases, those types of things that we used to like do and see all the time. Constantly. There was always something going on as far as that goes.
Yeah,
and shout out moms.
I think,
but like, do you miss those scenarios where people were like putting on things for you to go scout? You know what I mean? And kind of like just be, you know what I mean? Because those situations ain't around like they used to be when me and Chad were doing shows all the fucking time. Like I would see Jay at a show.
Country dominated now in Nashville.
Yeah, you go down broad. That's all you hear is just live country, and then showcases. I'm not tapped in like that anymore. I would think that you would have some source to keep you somewhat tapped in.
Yeah, there's still a lot of guys doing them. I think what the issue is, I'm actually working with two or three guys that are doing showcases right now to kind of get them together. And the problem is that I guess when we did Six Square Company, our biggest thing was when we did showcases, we wanted to make sure we got the dopest venue, dopest sound system, lights, everything. None of the artists here really get to experience a lot of that.
Nah,
not even having sound check,
Bruh.
Little things like that nobody really got to experience. And that's one thing we did with Six Square Company was we wanted them to really see how things should be, and not just getting on stage. You need to bring everybody into your world.
Yeah.
backgrounds or whatever, on the stage.
The presentation, just up the fucking presentation. First impressions mean a lot, and
exactly. Yeah,
you never know who's watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I missed that. But that was like one love me and Chad have personally for the Rutledge, because we had the sound guy loved us.
Right. Yeah, he didn't.
Real
there
talk.
wasn't many people.
He never.
Frank didn't like a lot of artists.
Exactly, and he used
He
to
didn't like us at first.
ask us like what we needed, like how we wanted it. So our it seems like our set was just always fun. We saw it had a good time,
It felt like home.
but it wasn't no lights and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't no like, and we didn't have no pop up banners, no kind of anything. We were rocking show and prove t-shirts even back then.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
you know,
and that's the thing. There's not a lot of venues available, so they're kind of like makeshift for the ones that can get in. So I've been learning that too this year, since I have been out speaking at different showcases for Six Square Academy. And it's just a lot of things that can be changed, because I want to offer these guys that are doing the showcases a piece of my network to come in and have people see these artists.
Right.
And
For sure.
there's still a lot of dope artists, out here kind of moving around, but
yeah, the opportunities don't really
they're not really
out there like they
exactly.
could be or should be, or we all want them to be. Trust me, my whole thing is like a facility. I picture this fucking facility nowadays like where shout out to Mako and Ghost down in where are they at? Florida, and they have this facility where they shot y'all's video.
Yeah.
It's like a multi-scene facility where you can do that, but then on top of that have a corner for a Six Square Media consulting type vibe, and then over here had a podcast studio, and then back in the corner have the recording studios. Like I just
the
picture,
compound.
the compound.
Yeah, that's
golly,
compounds.
that's dope. I like that word a
It's
lot.
like D-Ray spot.
Yeah,
Shout out David Ray.
shout out David Ray, Mr. Stevens.
Yeah, he's killing it right now, dude.
Is he ever?
Definitely.
I got some fun fact. I got dope shit in my inbox from David Ray right now, and I love saying it. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, a compound. That just seems when I think of it, it's just amazing.
It's definitely the way to do it, man. Especially with what we do with having the podcast, doing the ChadArmesTV interviews, also doing music,
right?
shooting videos, photo shoots. That goes.
But like even with Kansas being in a building, wouldn't something like a compound be amazing? To where just every outlet that we just covered be under one roof.
Yeah, bro. That's my old man goal, is to have a straight music venue here in Nashville.
Yeah,
just a music venue.
Yeah,
just a straight music venue.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
With to have all those angles, but because I want more tours to come through here.
Yeah,
for sure.
I get it. Go by
More
Limelight.
access.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Right.
And it's sad. We got to drive past that big building and it's just sitting there.
Help me with that. Well, I don't understand that. Who owns that building?
They just want too much money, probably, man.
Yeah. I mean,
like, who is the guy you call when you want Limelight?
Tall T.
That's like you said. I mean, it's just right there. Kansas, you're unfamiliar. There's a club that sits right here in Nashville, Tennessee, right here. If for our listeners and watchers, we're tapped into just local with our guy Jay Lawrence. Fucking love this guy. So just for y'all that don't know, like right outside in the middle of the city, right outside of Nissan Stadium, literally walking distance. Like there's a club, an amazing club, a club with an amazing stage, and just the perfect fucking venue that we've ever had.
How long has it been empty?
Help me, Jay. I wouldn't know. Like, I mean, this place used to be going crazy.
Somebody bought it. Seemed like right before the pandemic, somewhere in that time.
And it still says Limelight. It hasn't changed a bit. Everything is the exact same. But dude, that building is the golden layout for something to work, and the location is worth a gazillion dollars.
Yeah,
mega. You right?
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's just, it's unreal. And Chad, you've been in that building. Like, how many times you been in there? Chad told me about it.
Times with
you went there and
Jay.
saw, you told me you saw Starlito there, didn't you? Or was that Municipal?
That was somewhere different. I don't know where that was, yeah.
I thought that's where you said that was for some reason.
No, maybe it was Club 615. I don't remember what it was.
Right. There's been so many clubs from back then.
I just remember.
Think about that scene.
I remember we had on belt, but we were the only two white dudes in the whole thing, me and my boy Casper. and we had the belt buckles that had the messages that went across them
In LED.
in LED belt, and it was promoting our album.
Chad, bring it back.
That was 2005. That was when we were super Malibu's
that.
Most Wanted.
So I
Shout out to Casper.
Shout out Malibu.
My boy Casper. We definitely were, both, especially me.
What so
But
Chad, I didn't tell you this before we started, but we should call. You know what we should call this episode?
What?
Will you be my manager? The reason why I thought about that is because I wanted to ask Jay, how many times have you heard that line in your life, Jay?
Bro.
How many times has somebody asked Jay Lawrence, will you be my manager?
Bro.
Yeah, dude.
If I
Shout out to
had
Mr. Rogers.
$1 for every time I heard that.
Shout out Mr. Rogers.
But do you know who got me into that space?
Who?
Like, really? EMAC.
Oh, okay.
Shout out EMAC.
Shout out
Yeah.
to EMAC.
Mr. McAnally.
I don't know what it was about him. I used to see him dipping and dodging out different events when I would be out, and I was a little pup trying to get my foot in.
Yeah.
And there's that ponytail going past me again. It's a Sunday now. I done seen this ponytail 5 times before Sunday. I said, man, I need to get up with that guy. And I walked up to him, and he gave me his number. He had the black Lexus at the time, and everybody's talking about that black Lexus. But he gave me his number. He let me ride with him. So I rode with him everywhere. Introduced me to all the guys, everybody. You know,
That's dope.
Sonny, all them.
Shout out Sonny.
Shout out to family right there, bro.
Yeah, and so all the street flavor stuff. And then I was like a freshman in high school when a lot of that was going on. Rude Awakening and all them.
Yeah, shout out to T-Sean, man.
Shout out T-Sean.
T-Sean,
Yeah.
Chip, all them.
Yeah.
You know, and so when I figured out that's what that was, I was like, wow. And so he's the one that got me really thinking I could manage somebody. And I wasn't really a manager, but, you know, hey, I had to do what I had to do to really.
Fun fact, I know I asked once. I know I did. I don't remember where we
pretty
were.
sure
We
I
were
did
like in
too.
a show or something.
Sure did, yeah.
And Jay kept telling me like, Squints, you need this. And what? Look, Squints, this is what you should do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm like, Jay, bro, just be my manager, bro. And he goes like this.
Oh man, I can't believe you doing me like this.
Man,
That
Squints.
is hilarious.
It is funny,
I
right?
do remember that.
But it wasn't like,
It was probably
It
when
wasn't like,
Squints done had him
no.
a couple drinks, too.
oh, dude, come on, dude. Like y'all, man, dude, I was a drinker.
Rutledge Squints was a different animal. He would puke mid-set and then just jump back on stage
my goodness.
behind the curtain.
Nobody
I felt bad
know.
if we ever had to clean up the Rutledge
Dude,
after the
I
performance.
literally
was
puked at the Rutledge at least
All
5
the
times
time.
on stage.
It was like
Nobody
the
ever
rabbit,
knew.
like every time.
Boy.
There's footage. I mean, you don't know. Nobody knows
Yeah.
unless we tell y'all. Like when we've told y'all here, or if we showed you the clip, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
But I clearly fucking dip off and come right back, like ready.
Yeah.
Well,
We were
for-
doing-
Yeah, real shit, dog.
Hit that fact button for me. Man, this guy right here is the only reason we can live back in the Rutledge.
Who?
Chad Armes. You are
Yeah.
the only reason why we can go back to that time and I can watch them old behind
Oh, yeah, for sure, bro.
performances, everybody that came through there, bro. So, you know,
Yeah,
salute
man.
to you for
Appreciate
being
you.
early and showing us, you know, what the future was gonna hold. Because we knew it, but we didn't know it, and you were early on that, and you know that's a big salute, man. And
Appreciate you, bro.
you got a lot of history
Yeah.
captured. Because we didn't really have we had cell phones back then. But,
I mean,
Oh, dude,
you know,
Chad,
Blackberries probably. And-
Chad,
Bro.
dude,
Bro.
Chad, tell him what quality camera that
Okay,
was.
so that camera was a Sony Handycam 480p, bro, because I couldn't afford the HD.
but
'Cause it
HD was
$400
brand
more.
new. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? HD was
Yeah,
brand
bro.
new.
It was 480. Bro, we thought it looked so crisp. When we were uploading videos to YouTube, that was before you could even get money because Google hadn't bought them yet. That was before you could upload videos longer than 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
That's why the Jelly Roll Freestyle is 10 minutes and
exactly
30-something seconds. Because we couldn't put the 30 minutes he was doing that same shit all, like, but yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
That's
man, you were
real.
ahead of your time, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jelly Roll,
Yeah.
I
You
like
want to
tell
speak on
y'all-
that guy?
Tell y'all my little story on
Yeah,
Jelly
let's go.
Roll.
Okay, let's go.
A lot of people don't know this because I don't put it out there, but a brother like me was in the C-Pod
Really?
off a Hardin place, and Lil Murder was it Lil Murder? One of the guys that was signed the book was in there, and Lil
I
Murder
see.
Yeah.
was a
Shout out High C
It was
and Lil
one- it was
Murder.
one of
Either
them.
one of them.
Okay.
Shout
Okay.
out both of them.
They were in my
Yeah.
pod, and them. He knew what I did at the time. I was, I think it was right before I got back to Universal.
Uh-huh.
I was
Flex.
going through
It's sitting the
whatever.
flex. Well, I mean, that
I
was
was sitting down for a
Universal,
period of
sorry.
time. So
That was a flex inside of him.
He said universal, Chad. Jesus,
So-
I'm sorry.
No, I'm
So yeah, so they were like, man, it's this white boy over in the pod you need to hear. And I'm like, man, whatever. Then the guards are coming up. And they find out what I did and got cool with them, and everybody's telling about this white boy. I'm like, no, whatever. So literally one of the guards came and got me into another pod and said, you need to come hear this white boy rap. Told me. And you know that don't happen when you're in that space. They just move you pods unless you're supposed to be. So so I walk
I've
in
never heard
there
this story,
and there's a
never knew he
circle
went to jail.
around
Me neither. This is all new.
there's a circle around this guy, and lo and behold, who's in the middle of that circle drilling somebody? Jelly Roll.
How long was his hair?
Did he have
It
braids?
was short. No,
Really?
It was short, but it was braided.
Okay, what
Okay.
year was this? Do you know?
Bro, don't even have me guessing. Them days are
Okay.
so them numbers are so bleak as far as the years. But
Yeah. I just didn't know, so we can know what.
this was before.
Anybody knew who he was?
No.
Okay.
No, we knew who. Well, people seen who he wasn't there. So,
Right. Yeah.
So this was before he hosted at the Outer Limits.
Yeah.
Oh, so this was 2000 probably. 2001.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
so
early.
2000, yeah, so
Okay.
this is early.
He
So-
probably just turned 18 at that time.
Yeah, probably so.
'Cause
So
yeah.
then what's crazy about that is, so when I got out, I met this guy named Nino Black.
Shout out Nino.
Shout out Nino.
So I used to run with Nino, and he was like the battle guy.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, so we used to run around.
Nino was a monster at battle rap.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out Nino Black. Shout out Cheesy.
Yeah,
Cheesy got two singles dropping.
Yeah, Cheesy need to pull up. He got a book too. Shout out Cheesy. My bad. I didn't know I was off in space, rambling my mouth, and the camera was just on Jay. But yeah, shout out Cheesy. Shout out Nino.
But yeah, so that's my guy, man.
When's the last time you talked to Mr. Jelly Roll?
It's been a minute.
He's a different kind of rock star nowadays.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely, and definitely love it.
He's
And,
shaking the whole country right now.
Yeah, man. Just a good, personable guy, and
For sure.
You know, I just it's a treat for me to even talk about that story of seeing him in that circle of people and battling and face pink and all kind of colors and going in nonstop. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
none of this surprises none of us.
Right.
No, you're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
that's true.
It's all part of a story we knew was gonna. It's like we spoke about it. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody knew.
Back then, it was just a matter of
Yep.
if Jelly could stay consistent enough and stay on the right path and not get sidetracked. That's
It was
all it was.
just
That's-
part of the
yeah,
story. You know
for
what I mean? But I think it's a lot. You know, a lot of guys that come through here and sit down usually got something to say because any of the local guys,
Yeah.
you know, got something to say about Jelly.
Yeah.
Like it's not. But those two
Those are
moments
those are
right there were. I knew about neither.
I never knew you were in jail for sure. I never knew you got locked up. That's,
Going back to that.
no, it just blows me. Well, that story's crazy. The Nino story's crazy too. But
Yeah.
I could see that happening because it's they were young. It was heated freestyle. I get it.
Yeah,
That's
and
happened,
like I
I'm
said, I
sure.
remember the freestyle battles getting heated.
Yeah.
We'd be at the Rutledge, and they'd be going. All of them would go. There was 4 or 5 of them, man. It'd be like Nino, Cheesy, K. Rush would be involved. Blaze would be involved. Blaze 314 is always freestyling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody, I mean, they just be going. No one would stop.
Yeah.
No one's going to stop. You know what I mean? But Nino would get mad.
Yeah, Nino would pull up, man. He take me somewhere everywhere just to
rap.
Just to rap. Whoever's there, we pulling up, and he doing his thing. So yeah, it's a crazy story, but I figure I'll share that one about my guy, man.
That's crazy. That's really crazy. Especially, I mean, I never heard nothing of that.
That's dope though. I'm glad
I mean-
you shared that story. Those stories were cool. That especially anytime we hear Jelly stories, it's dope. But like especially if we hear something that we didn't know.
Yeah, I had no
'Cause
idea.
we were-
but again,
we're-
I had no idea. Like, I mean,
No idea what?
he was locked up.
Oh yeah. Well, shout out Akon.
Shout out 22
I've
years
been down
ago.
that road a few times.
up. Don't
Yeah.
let me down.
It's called Evolution.
No, for sure, man.
let me down.
Splinter's on house arrest.
still
when he
play
was
the
a
drums?
teenager, so we've all been
Yeah,
through something.
I
Do
do
you?
play. Yeah. What's crazy is I'll tell
But
you
you
this.
come from like a musical family, bro.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm finna get into.
Let's
Bitch
go.
said, locked up. So I'll tell you a quick story.
Yeah.
Comes a flex. Let me put it on Jay so you can flex. Flex on, brother.
So my dad and my uncle left the little town we was from in Michigan with $100 in their pocket, and they wanted to go to California to be rock stars. Both of them played bass, and they had a friend of theirs that said she worked with Stevie Wonder. Or if it wasn't Stevie Wonder, it was somebody similar in that vein, somebody big at the time.
Gotcha.
Long story short, they left their little town, praised, and hey, they're going to LA, they're going to be this and that, and they get out there, and turns out the lady was a groupie, right?
Oh, so they get out there thinking they finna. Okay,
right.
I get
they
it.
actually lived in the house with the band, and the band ended up leaving, and they just had to find their way. So my dad goes into the funk lane, and my uncle goes into the hip hop and R&B lane. So my uncle ended up in Atlanta, and my uncle Tony is the one you hear on a lot of those Manny Fresh bass lines back in the day. But what got him on was him and Akon were friends. So he was Akon's MD before the Locked Up record.
Gotcha.
So he was moving the groove with him. So yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, that's kind of my tree branch as far as being a musician.
Yeah,
so.
I hate that we spoke on that so late, but I remember. I just remember that just from knowing you so long and shit. I just totally forgot you. I remember you always talking about. Aside from being a great drummer, I did speak on that. I was curious if you played drums again, but that immediate thought of me asking if you still played. Remember, you came from that background, like that's in your fucking blood.
Yeah, man, that's something.
Did they play instruments too, though?
Yeah.
What they play?
They were both bass
You said
players.
bass, both plays?
Yeah,
I got you.
but my dad played 6 or 7 different instruments, but his primary was the bass. So, but yeah, I still play 2 times a week or so.
Oh,
from
dope.
here and there. So, it's a gift
Just
from
personal
God.
at the crib?
No. So I'll play with a group or something like that if somebody calls or say, hey, I'm out of town.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. See,
Yeah.
I used to be the guy when I was really out here that would hand these gigs to other people when I would be moving or in school or whatever. But now since I'm the old guy, they call me when they're touring, and so I'm able to sit in for the young guys out here really getting it.
No,
Yeah.
that
Cool.
makes sense.
That's
Get it
dope,
where
man.
you fit. Somebody's phone keeps with us, making me think the house is falling down. I'm sorry. No, you're cool, Chad. You don't have to hide it or nothing. No, I think it's dope that you still play.
Yeah.
Because you were a beast, bro. Like from what I remember,
appreciate it.
I'm telling you though,
Yeah.
Chad, like that was some of the funnest shit ever, bro. Because I know the only reason I speak back on that though, heavy to you, is because as much as we appreciate performing, I know you've never got to perform it with a live band,
Right.
and that shit hit different.
Yeah.
It was so different, dude. And
Yeah.
it took me probably 2 or 3 rehearsals before I finally caught the wave a little bit, and I started getting it.
That energy is different when you get that band.
It
behind
really
you.
was,
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
And then speaking on Jelly and how the fuck they shake it nowadays, like
Oh man,
that shit's bananas, dude.
Yeah.
Bananas.
that's dope. How he's a musician now, which is
Oh,
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy as
That's
fuck.
a whole nother conversation,
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
The-
dude, it's
Yeah.
rock star status nowadays for him,
exactly.
man. To the
Yeah.
moon.
I think that's commendable for him to pick that skill up, and whoever, I can't remember the guy's name, but whoever came with that idea for him to go from this Jelly that we knew to this Jelly that's what you call, that's the evolution.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
In its purest form, to get in that space, to know, well, rapping, I'm dope at it, but it's other things that can be done that can enhance all that. And,
Yeah.
a lot of people are too prideful to move on like that.
Are you
So,
gonna? You got to make sure you go to the Bridgestone shit at the end of the year.
Yeah,
he's
December
at
9th, he's at
Bridgestone.
December 9th, okay. Yeah.
December 9th, yeah. And, it's on
Man,
the wall behind
that's
you.
dope.
Yeah, it's
When he
up
was
there.
in the newspaper.
That's dope.
The
Yeah,
good-
man. That's
Crazy as fuck. But yeah, I want to say it's almost sold out.
It's crazy. Man.
Last we heard, anyway.
The good thing about Jay Lawrence getting on ChadArmesTV is that I'm hoping this isn't going to be the last time he comes through here, because he's the kind of guest that could come on and tell stories like that and not probably run out for a long time.
Obviously. Like I said, I've known this guy. We've known this guy.
We just scratched the surface with Jay tonight.
Surface?
Yeah, surface. Shout out to surface.
Shout out Surface. But the other part, I never knew you were a criminal.
Bruh, evolution.
Right? No, I
am-
told me
I
we
am
were all
not-
criminals.
I'm
except for
not
Chad.
what I used to be,
Motherfucker.
brother. And
Bruh.
I'm so glad too, man.
Yeah, right. Obviously, man.
I had to keep a low profile, even though you know, some did catch me in there, and you know, I become great friends with some of them people, man. And you know, it's crazy, especially if you're in a pile like that, man. If somebody finds out you work at a label, and how many, you know, man, you're
already stressing that you're in there, and then now you got to worry about that because people bugging you and stuff.
Well, that's why I said, will you be my manager? Like, is because I know Jay over the years has heard that so many times. Like once an artist learns his position, they have the opportunity to approach him, and I mean he's a likable guy. He's nice to you, man. He's going to give you genuine feedback. He's going to tell you your strengths, maybe a couple of your weaknesses, some things you should focus on, maybe a direction you've never thought of, you know, maybe tapping into. Maybe it be, you know, getting a visual out for something you didn't even think about putting a visual out for. It. Something, you know what I mean? Just something strategic, a thought of his. And he's quick to share that. But sooner or later, you are going to say, I wonder if he'd be my manager.
But you know why that is, though?
Why?
Because I've never been an artist.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes I wish I never would have been an artist.
I've never been an artist, so
that's a fun fact.
My complete outlook is never going to be artistry.
Yeah.
That's why me and Yellow worked together so well. Yellow was an artist. I managed
Shout out Yellow.
Yellow, Juice and Yellow.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
shout out Juice too.
And so, you know, that's a balance that I have there. But since I've never been an artist, I'm only going to look at it in a certain light. And so I can share the outside of the box because y'all are in it.
Yeah.
And I can see things that y'all not going to see.
For sure.
So that's why I've always been able to share a lot of information with artists.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, man.
But I think on top of that, though, growing up in a family that you grew up in and just being around music as much as you've been, and I can understand why you've developed the type of ear you have, or, you know,
man,
make the moves you make and be, you know, have the roles you have.
It's definitely been a treat, man, to be here and to be in Nashville and sharing a lot of knowledge with these guys, man. And for the ones that I wish more would drink from it, but you know, everybody has to see it in their own time. And you know, I'm tired of seeing artists go to New York and LA with potential deals and come back with their tails tucked. You know, and that's why another reason why I started the 6 Square Academy is because I want to educate as much as I can these artists and really put them in position where they can flourish. And unlike a lot of the artists prior that weren't knowledgeable enough to really bring certain spaces and certain artists into it for Nashville.
Well, to even recognize opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Just for, you know, like, I remember, like, Chad, you can co-sign this, when a few artists we were around in the circle, like Sam Ransom. Remember Sam Ransom?
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Sam Ransom.
Oh, yeah.
But
he got a bunch of placements on video games and all that even back then.
Yeah. That was the guy that started getting placements on video games. And it wasn't one. It was like 2 or 3.
Yeah, he was on Madden back then.
Right? And then shout out Blaze.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Blaze got placements with him and Knowledge.
Yeah.
Got placements on like Real World and, you know, like some MTV something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's a bag that I don't see people tap into still to this day. Shout out to
Chino.
Thank you. And
B Stokes.
Thank you. My guys. I just can't remember their names because I'm stupid. Yes, absolutely. We got to drop.
Shout out Chino and B Stokes.
And they've got a handful of placements nowadays.
That's who got a placement on 2K was B Stokes and Chino. That's why I was thinking 2K when you said
there are so many records on Dedicated that should be placements right now.
Yeah,
for sure. That'd be
a different hustle.
That's a different bag.
I think, like I was saying earlier, it's a lot of artists here are focused on getting on stage, and that's dope. But there's so many other hats that can be worn as an artist.
Oh yeah, I said when Jay got here off camera. Fun fact. Fuck that Chad needs a publishing job.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
I'll be a janitor or anything at any label you can get me into.
Mailbox money.
And I'll just start yelling at everyone in that bitch until someone either recognizes the tone of my voice or they know I have a podcast and I can do something. Yeah. I'm so ready to get out of my full-time gig, Jay. It's crazy, dog.
Man, hey, bro, it's you know.
Shout out Chad Arms.
We can have many conversations about that, but yeah, it's you know, that's a thing where I just wish more artists would tap into it and listen and just be more acceptable to these things, because it's a lot of outlets out there to give money and to make it. It's just figure out ways of attacking. I'm trying to inform artists of that and been doing it for years, and you know,
Well, yeah, like I said, I'll co-sign the whole conversation as far as that goes, man. Like I said, it's always been there. The feedback or just any form of direction you could provide, you've always
love it, man.
given it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Will you be my manager?
Yeah, will you be my manager?
Will you be my manager?
This is gonna be
Kansas,
one of
you
the-
need a manager?
This is gonna be one of the boring episodes. It's
No,
this
man.
is information.
What are you talking about? Dude? I got some shit to say, bro. First off, we don't have no boring episodes. That's not how we roll over here.
He's dropping some gems, dog.
Yeah,
They
dog.
don't
This
wanna
is
hear the gems,
I
bro.
guarantee
Yeah,
you.
They do over here.
Yeah, everyone that's tapped into this 58th minute of this podcast is still tapped the fuck in. Like,
Yeah,
for
sure.
sure. Like,
Yeah.
there's been opportunities for me and Chad to run our mouse, and you know what I mean? There's been prize here and there, and we've talked about shit that no one's fucking known. Like, there's plenty of people watching and listening that have not heard some of the things that's been said at this fest tonight.
One of them sitting over in that chair right there. He's our probably our biggest.
First, yeah,
Yeah.
a huge supporter of the show.
My little brother is an artist.
Yeah.
I know a whole bunch of artists that don't live here that would love to just
6
ask
Square
some
Media.
questions.
Yeah.
Or Squid- Why do I always say media?
That's what I was going to ask. Is there, do you have a website?
Yeah, we'll make sure all that's listed
Yeah,
below.
for sure.
SquareAcademy.com.
Yeah, there it is. But we'll make sure it's in the description below for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. We put all that in.
Follow me, DM me.
Yeah.
You know, I love it, and I've worked with every artist from the independent side. I got a guy in the academy that literally started recording last week from his cell phone. Like, when he came into me, I didn't even know what to say to him. Like, I'm thinking he's been performing and doing all this. He's like, I just recorded on my cell phone last week.
But
I'm like,
he like came to the academy, like approached you with his talent. Type shit. Well, salute to that guy, his confidence.
He DM'd me, and I set up a meeting and we met, and I'm thinking I'm dealing with an artist, and he's like, I just recorded last week on my cell phone. I don't know jack. And so I'm sitting here like a deer in headlights in front of him trying to be professional, but I want to laugh.
Yeah.
But, I had to really talk to him, and, we had a good conversation. And so, so the information is needed. And that's really, why I've been, definitely wanted to come and talk to you guys and kind of spread, this message through Nashville, because it's needed. It's sad to see some of these guys flop because of the lack of knowledge. It's a lot of pride involved in it, I've learned. And, it's a lot of different factors, but the information is out there. Then a lot of problem is that social media can be a lot of garbage as far as the industry.
Facts.
And they're scrolling social media every day, and they think they know something, and it's not that. It's just, it's just a lot of bad information going around, and it's just hurting them. So now I can open up a door to give them the best information I know. And not only the information I know, I learn from the artists, because they're out here in the streets.
Absolutely.
Sticking and moving. So it's a two-way street.
Yeah, the
And
feedbacks.
yeah,
I get it.
It's keeping me sharp. This industry changes weekly.
Yeah.
It never stays the same. So it's been real dope.
I mean, will you be my manager?
Yeah, man.
Of course, Quince.
Jay Lawrence, man. I really
Six
appreciate
Square
you stopping
Academy.
in, man. 6 Square Academy.
Yeah.
I love it. Like I said, ChadArmesTV, we'll make sure all the descriptions below. We
Yeah,
appreciate
I need to
you.
tap into that for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But as always, we appreciate you just coming through, bro. We appreciate you coming to hang out. We appreciate you. Every time we've had discussions with you for the past, goddamn, man, 15 fucking years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, ever since I was an artist, you've been like I said, in my corner. Always supportive.
Yeah, these
Million
hairs,
%.
They tell it all.
Mine's getting there, Bubba. I got the salt and pepper. Yeah,
I'm white haired too, bro.
for sure. Like,
sure.
it's all part of a great story. You know what I mean? And just the involvement of all of our careers, maybe not mine, but at the same time, I'm on my way. My story's still being written too. But
Exactly.
Yours is evolved too. It's just not as you went from artist to this, bro. That's evolved.
yeah, you're right.
Evolution, bro. Evolution. That's why I tell a lot of
Yeah,
these
you're still
older
an
artists, y'all keep going. Y'all have a platform.
Oh yeah, we ain't stopping for shit.
And
Yeah.
keep going, keep recording. You just never
Yeah.
know who's gonna see you.
Oh, yeah, we
And
out here, bro.
I tell all of them, bro, all these guys, man, y'all are talented. Even though the industry has changed, where the lyric isn't the
thing.
but guess what? You've already built a platform, and there's people that listen to your records.
Absolutely.
And so it's up to us to still engage with that. Why stop? I tell B Howard them all the time, like, keep going, keep recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something there, but it'll come.
Yeah.
It's a platform that you built.
WTS available now, chadarmestv.com.
Oh yeah.
Check that out. Yeah, shout out Jay Lawrence, man. We fucking love you, Bubba. I'm so glad you took the time to come over here.
Love, bro.
And like we tell all the artists that come through here and personalities that come through here, anytime you got some shit to say, Bubba, that chair is yours.
There you
And,
go.
Appreciate it.
Or if
Definitely
you just want
appreciate
some
it.
more of that sweet tea.
We'll have
That
to,
is, fun fact. Jay Lawrence asked for that cup. I don't know why. I was like, bro,
He got so
I got a mute
offended.
button on
no
this thing.
problem, Jay.
Rightfully so.
I
Fuck
said,
you,
let me
Steve.
go get that Tennessee Vols cup for you, baby.
Where's the
Ran
mute
inside. Right.
What's your squad?
Oregon Ducks.
Oh, that's right, Oregon Ducks. Yeah. But yeah, man,
He's always been that way too, bro.
we'll have to. What we'll need to do too is when you come, you have to come back through for another episode, and then we'll do a sit down Chat Arms TV interview with you too.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
man. That
You know,
has
so like
that,
the full
yeah, that
Jay
has to
Lawrence,
happen, man, for
story,
sure.
which we'll do when we got more time. But
Dope, man.
we just appreciate you stopping through, man. It's long overdue.
appreciate
and-
y'all having me, man.
Yeah, we can get that one-on-one, and any talent you want to point my way, send them on. 'Cause
Yeah,
if they're
come on over.
if they're worth a listen to you, and then you just giving me the pitch,
Yeah.
we're probably all over it. You know what I mean?
and
So
and I'm still figuring out the back end of the academy. I may do like a graduation, or I may do a showcase or something. But I want to be able to attach guys like you all to the academy some way, because y'all are a strong platform to uplift the artists, and the academy
Yeah,
is a
thanks,
support
man.
system for the artists.
Yeah,
So we
for
all
sure.
work hand in hand. So I definitely, when I get all this structured out, and
yeah, even when you started to mention it, I was going to initially wait for you to finish this so I could say any way we can help or be a part of it.
Yeah.
Please reach out, let us know. So I'm so glad you just literally built that conversation for us, man. But
it's-
everything you've said about Six Square Academy and the direction and the end goal is the most. There's no way that I Got Some Shit to Say or Chat on TV or Show Improve Entertainment can't support that.
Man, I
so
appreciate
anything we
that.
can do to help or be a part of it,
appreciate that for real,
let us
bro.
know. And
I appreciate it.
we're glad that you took the time to come through and you recognize our platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We love you for it, but we love you anyway.
No, yeah, for sure.
But if y'all didn't know, now you know. Jay Lawrence, Six Square Media amongst
Academy.
millions. Why do I keep saying media? But I've been saying that.
Yeah, sixsquareacademy.com.
I don't know, man.
Might
It may
need
have
to do it.
Might need to do it. Maybe that's just the thing because it's just coming out, man. Pause.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out
Hey,
Jay Lawrence.
yo.
Shout out
Fuck
Jay
your
Lawrence.
life. Bing
Yeah.
bong.
Bing bong ding.
Shout out to Nims, man. That's my
For
favorite
sure.
fucking person to watch on the internet.
For sure, bro. Anytime you got some shit to say, bro, pull the fuck up.
Bro.
Y'all know what it is. It's I got some shit to say.com, chadarmestv.com. Until next time, chatty.
Bow.
But bitch, we got views.